and take the states back, nullify this, sue over it. But the power of the average citizen to call into liberal and conservative radio and bring up real issues and reach hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. We are the true voice. We are the American people. We are the Constitution. And I'm seeing major radio executives that have contacted me, some of them contacted me years ago, who finally know this is real. They finally know we were right. And so a lot of people weren't controlled. They just were programmed. And so they're breaking out of the programming, Fred.
Well, Alex, I understand what you're saying, but let this go out to people that seem like they're ineffectual or a little bit intimidated. You've got to keep punching. Now, I've been a prison planet for 7 months, and the sign I got on my pickup in this little town has really got me in some hot water, and you probably know what that is. But you got to keep punching. I'm talking to people out there, old and young. I'm an old fogey.
Well, Fred, stay there. Fred, stay there. I want to find out what's on your car when we come back from this quick break, because I don't know what it is. What is it? Infowars.com. And what? In land of the free, home of the brave, you can't have that? You know this country's going to hell in a handbasket. What are you going to do to stop it? The power of true patriots flooding talk radio and never shutting up and demanding treason investigations and criminal investigations. In fact, the headline on that article was, House members call for special prosecutor over jobs for votes. That was the headline. I just remembered the exact headline. Okay, Fred, you got cut off by the break. You're in Iowa. You're saying you've got a bumper sticker that's gotten you in hot water. Tell us about it.
Yes, it is, but I want to make some points, too, but I think that would be helpful, you know. Anyhow, I got the inside job in InfoWars on the bottom.
And what happens? I mean, how has it gotten you in hot water? Well,
I tell you the truth, I don't want to go into it any deep, in any depth. And I'm not trying to be evasive.
No, it's okay, but have you been harassed over it?
Not really when people see the sign, except more often than not, I have to bring their attention to it. But talking to some of the city people here, let me put it that way, it got a little hairy, and the police. But could I make some
Well, hold on.
points?
They didn't imply that you weren't allowed to have that bumper sticker, did they?
Like that, you know.
Wait a minute.
Like
so I was right, because I've seen this over and over again. The police tried to tell you you can't have 9/11 was an inside job on it?
Nobody has told me that, Alex. But
Okay, what did they tell you then?
Well, this went back, when I've been talking about the flu epidemic and all this and all the way through. And, I've talked to a few people, and they said it was all hooey and all lies, and they would not say anything detrimental to anything about the flu epidemic and all that.
So you were exposing it as a fraud, and they disagree with you. Now it's admitted it was a fraud. Get into the other points you wanted to make, Fred.
Okay, Alex, there's people like me that are intimidated, or they get fearful at times, but you got to keep punching. I'm not saying I'm a brave guy. I'm not a barroom fighter anymore. I'm 72. But you got to keep going. And I like this talk radio. I've been working on this for 2.5 years, and now with everything that's happening right now politically, these guys, hosts, have got cover, and they're getting more courage. But you got to have callers that call in that kind of back them up or bring it to their attention and other people's attention, and then they don't have to be the Lone Ranger there by themselves. And beside a multitude of ways, talk radio, which is the fourth estate, is how we get the word out.
And we real patriots have to take it over from the mainline Republicans. Thank you, Fred. And we are doing that. Jim in California, you're on the air.
Oh, hey, Alex. This is Jim in California. I got in the car today to go on a ride, and NPR was on, and 2 shows in a row. All they're talking about is how patriots are racist, people against the health care bill are racist. It was really incredible.
Well, they do that to invoke race as poverty pimps to make all the majority groups, minorities are a majority in many states now, hate white people and to get us all fighting with each other. It's classic divide and conquer. They are the racists. Mecha, La Raza, the government, they are the ones that want us to all fight with each other, and it's disgusting, and people see right through it.
Yeah, it was incredible. On Fresh Air, they had the guy who writes for Southern Poverty Law Center's intelligence report for an hour. And it just completely blew me away. I just wanted to let you know. And the only dovetail to that is, how do I get your show on the radio up here? Do I have to call radio stations and ask them, or?
We're only on, 4 affiliates, which is pretty good in California, but absolutely, believe me, every station in the country's told us that they've gotten lots of calls and they know the show is popular, and a lot of them are starting to turn it on. And for all these years, there's not world government, there's not a banking takeover, there's not government-sponsored terror, the government's not watching you off your laptop cameras. The government isn't putting poison in the water. The UN doesn't want to reduce our population. Now, you go to Drudge Report almost any day, he's got mainstream links, mainstream papers admitting this. So the denial is over. And I'm going to talk about that when we come back in the next segment.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you so much, Jim. And we will get to Shannon, Steve, Kenny, and Kevin before the show ends. But I'm going to come back and get into the fact that we've been right all along, that we've told it like it is. And because we did talk about these issues when it was unpopular, people now remember, and they remember seeing the films and hearing the radio shows and reading the books that many others put out. And we were right, and so our credibility is rising. So they're going to say we're violent, they're going to say we're racist, they're going to try to radicalize everybody, as Cass Sunstein said in the White House documents. It's not going to work. We'll be right back.